So I recently saw a TikTok done by cosplayer Haxie where she talked about the history of yaoi and yuri skits getting banned in cosplay masquerades. And a whoosh of a memory just came flowing through my being, so I wanted to talk about it today. When I started getting into cosplay, masquerade skits were very different from what they are now. I think nowadays with masquerade skits you kind of have a plethora of skits ranging from like comedic, dramatic, everything in between. Here's some things that I remember being in a lot of cosplay masquerade skits that just don't really happen anymore. Either because the trends have changed or because conventions outright ban them, like how Haxie talked about when it came to yaoi and yuri. Number 1, dance battles and dance-offs. Now, dance battles and dance-offs still kind of happen, especially with a lot of like idol anime, but back in the day it was not so much the fact that it was an idol thing or that dance was integral to the original source material. It's just the fact that you would just have a short scene going and then all of a sudden, dance! And especially there were certain dances that were used so much. Oh my god. You would have the Hara Hara UK dance. This Lucky Star OP that I never learned the dance for. And don't even get started on this one. Now this one I do know a lot of conventions started banning just because literally everybody was using them in their skits. Number 2, anything from Avenue Q. I don't know why, but back in the early 2000s, early 2010s, Avenue Q had a death grip on masquerades. If You Were Gay was probably the number 1, but pretty much any song that could get past the convention censors, people pretty much used it. I don't know if it got banned by conventions or just the trends simply moved on, but you don't really see Avenue Q stuff anymore nowadays. Finally, number 3, crossovers with different series. These were everywhere back in the day. You would have characters from completely different source materials all of a sudden interacting on stage in a masquerade skit. Let me tell you, early 2000s masquerades were doing crossovers way before the MCU became a thing. You don't really see these anymore, and I do think some conventions have banned cosplay skits where the characters are not from the same source material. So yeah, these were some things that happened in cosplay masquerade skits when I was getting into cosplay. If there's any that I missed, let me know.